Hello. Thanks for dropping in. This is a continuation of the last episode where my iPhone ran out of storage. So it stopped. I was right in the midst of saying I did open up a machine, and it definitely had improper screws. But I know how the pillars get worn. Anyway, I'm pleased to say, because of course, you know how it is when you come upon some screws and think you might need them. Maybe someday for something else. I got rid of them. And I'm not sure if the recycling is the best place, but that's what I did. I put them in the recycling. And I would like to think that the recycling people are savvy enough to deal with metal, etc. I would like to think. Anyway, they're gone. They're gone. One was quite long, the other were not as long, but still, they were not the right screws. They're gone. Gone. So, I did finish, I think, securing this 64. I believe I did. Remember, snug, but don't reef on them. Alright, now, this box I know is the one that this came out of, and it has in it some treasures. And we'll have to sort them out before putting them back. Firstly, it has the original styrofoam, which is a magical thing. And then, inside here, one of the things that is the most cool, I find, which I will leave the machine, is a note. Oh, wait a sec, there's maybe even more to it than I... Oh! Yes, to Kim from Grandma and Grandpa Jordan. I didn't realize it's like a two-part, like, stuck together here. It says, I, I hereby promise to finish all schoolwork before I use this Xmas present. And it is signed. I'm going to leave that in the box. I will. As well, in the box was the warranty card, something from Top Gun. This maybe I won't leave in here. It's a user guide for an MTS 803, and it looks like it's beige. This is a brochure for a variety of Commodore 64 things made by Commodore, or at least put out by Commodore. And then there is some, look, that's a Duotang. Maybe it's from school. It's that blue stuff. Not a Duotang. Ditto machine. That's what it is. Anyway, there's a bunch of things. Maybe this is from school, so I will leave it in here. Should not keep anything from going as it should. And then I will gently get the machine. This side goes on the left. How do I know? Because in there, I don't know if you can see that, it says left. This side goes on the right. This machine is back together. It's not working, but it's in the original box. Alright. See, the T-Pug knife is kind of frantic. Oh. So now I think I have... I think I have all three of the 64s almost back. I just have to get the sleeve for this one. And once again, they're not working. Oh, I forgot to put a note with that. Oh. Where's my note keeper? I had it. It's over here. Okay. Oh no, I did I put a note right in the machine. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Now this other one, you know what? I didn't put a note with it. It's already wrapped up. Defog. Fix it. Night. Number 3. Does not work. Locker did. Chips. Just. So what I'm going to do is I will stick this in the sleeve of this machine. So I will find it again. I shall. Now, up here is a 1541. It is dandy. It is. But here and there are others. Oh dear. And they don't really have serial numbers on the sleeves. At least, and I don't think there's any on the styrofoam. So I just don't know. You see, these do not go together. They're both the Commodore things. I have to find one here. Oh yeah. This one has the user guide. Now, does this have any writing about serial numbers? It does not. And you know what? Because I don't need lots of cables, but I have lots, and these need to be tested. I'm going to take them out and put them in the test file. And then we'll get the drive. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is a weird one. It's brown, but yet it's white. Now, was this done by Commodore, or was this done by somebody else? Who knows? It is what it is. Now, oh, wait just a second. Let me just have a look. Aha. I believe this one goes in here, I think. Yes, I think there's this little indentation down here. I think that might have something to do with the front of the drive. I could be wrong. Let's see if it... Oh wait, I know what it is. I've got it backwards. That is where... Oh, I got this completely backwards. I thought that was where the fuse went. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Now, oh, this is interesting. I guess I never opened this up. This one, its sacred warranty sticker, is still affixed to it. Well, all right. So I think what I have here is more cables to test. Yes, I think this is the one to go with this one. And of course, there is an important notice, which basically says don't stick cartridges in and out of your machine. And I will get this together. people. And I will get a sleeve. I will stick the sleeve on. Very fun. Very fun. I'm not sure if that's the right sleeve, but it is. Alright. I will write 1541. Does not work. I think this one spins. I'm going to just put a notation. Brown, white. That should help. And then I will stick it in the sleeve. It'll just give me a heads up. That's too wet. It's wet. And this one came from Canadian Tire. Okay. Now. Aha. It's all coming back to me now. I think. Now here is another. Oh yeah. Okay. This is one definitely that was from this batch. This is a 1541. It did not work. It has the cardboard thing from Commodore in it. Which they all came with. Alright. So now, I'm just going to set that down. I'm going to look over here. And I'm going to compare. Okay. The things in terms of all the styrofoam bits. So that's the counted, but okay, definitely this does not go with that. Okay, that one probably goes to that one, because I can tell by the way the little flippy door thing is. Haha. There we have it. And inside, jammed into the styrofoam, are a power cable encrusted with styrofoam. And boy, this is tight. And here is definitely a cable to go to the 1541, but it is not a Commodore cable. It is not. I can tell. I've never seen these kind of ends. And it also is encrusted with styrofoam. Joy. Right. So let's try and get this right. Oh, the first time. The drive would go in like this. It is important to keep the styrofoam pieces because shipping might happen at some point. And this, and that goes on there. And then the sleeve slides ever so delicately off. Oh, I think. All right, now we can write a note. And it will be short. Bins. But that's what it is. It's fun. So we'll tuck that in to the sleeve. Now, here it is. There's another one here. Oh. And this one was weird. And now that it's been off for quite a long time, maybe I'll plug it in again. It had a bad smell to it. And I'm not sure what the bad smell was. See, the first time I plugged it in, the drive spun a little bit, and then it didn't. And it doesn't. There is a fuse. I wonder if the fuse blew. I don't know. I did ponder that maybe maybe it blew. Because it initially spun and then it didn't, and then I smelled something bad. I did ponder that maybe there was something. Maybe like the motor spun and or it was stuck and the belt spun and that's what smelled bad. Let's see. I don't have a meter right handy, but I have a light here that I can look into. Sort of, kind of. Ugh. Set that down. I have some reading glasses here. And it does not look like it is burned. Anyway, that, as we know, or as well, if you don't know, basically there are three parts to a 1541 power supply, which has a rail that holds everything, the circuit board, and the drive mechanism. That's really what there is. And the case. So it usually is not that tough to isolate what is what between those three by swapping things onto another drive. Now, here we have the top. So, I will put that there. I know. Haha. That these are the correct screws. There should be two more of them. There are. Hello. So, putting things back together. Good to make sure the screws are correct, because they're not, they use different screws. Like the ones that hold the 64 are kind of a coarse thread meant to bite into the plastic, and these are a finer thread. So I think there's actually something on the other end that it is designed to go into. Don't drop the drive. These ones take a little, because they're pretty deep. Either that, or it's not going in. And I'm not sure what that is. I will carry on. I will set this down on this 128. I don't know how many revolutions I should count it. Alright, how are we doing here? Okay. This is the one that I'm just not sure about. Okay, they're all in. Alright, and this one. This one had its book. I'll leave the book in there. And I will line up the flippy door with the styrofoam that has the hole right there in the front. And I will do the same here. And then I will reach over here. And I will slide. And I will set it on top of all the rest, hoping that they do not fall down. Bad smell. Dead. And we'll put that in it. Now, what's going to happen now to these machines is they were stacked in the garage for years. I'd even forgot about them. But they're not going to go back there this time. This is the box room. So I will adjust things and have them stay in the box room. Now, I'm thinking this 128, which has issues, can go back into the box. I'm thinking, let's see what we have. Oh yes, we have the styrofoam. This box is a little doofed up. I will turn this off. I will with great care pull out the power cable, the disk drive cable, the video cable. And this one, if you remember, is quite filthy. But that means it was well loved and well enjoyed. I will put the styrofoam on, and I will put the styrofoam on. If I was going to ship this somewhere, I would use the styrofoam, but, and probably the box, maybe. But also, I would add some other stuff. More bubble wrap. I would do better than the factory, but the styrofoam was really good. And I don't know why I won't disclose. Okay. Alright. So that pile, I think, is exhibiting signs of having issues. And I don't know that. So, this was the 128. It was quite lovely. That had a box that was ruined. And it hasn't been recycled yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll cut some things off of it first. Why can't I get this to go in? I can't. Okay. So, I will plug in the disk drive. I will plug in the monitor. And I will set it down. I will turn it on. And it will come up and load things. Please wait 20 seconds, it says. So, as I look over here, oh yeah, There's a 64 that's open. Great. Dandy. Dandy, dandy, dandy. And I believe that's the one. That's going to take a little do. It's not bad. It's fine. It works. But it has a discrete failure. See, just because a machine comes up and it looks fine, it doesn't mean it is fine. For example, this one, I was trying to do some drive testing with the Retro Rewind cartridge. And when it came to the speed, the drive didn't spin. I thought, well, that's weird. And then when I was putting the, wait for it, hang on, this is, aha, the Q*bert cartridge in. The game would come up, but it wouldn't let me do things. So I was like, so I believe what I have is a somewhat failure of a 6526 chip. I believe. But I haven't tinkered with that yet. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I have this standard size box that I've been using. I get them from Home Depot. Before the pandemic, they were 99 cents. Then they put them up to $1.49, and they've raised the price yet again. And the last time I was in a Home Depot, they didn't actually have any. But I still have some left. So I'm going to put some of the things that I got with that 64 and the 1541, the Sakosha printer, into the standard size box so I can put them over here, and they will all stack very nice from the floor to the ceiling, and I can get back to them. Because, of course, what am I doing? I gotta get to the pets. Gotta get to the pets. There is still a pet down under here, which I'm gonna have to extricate and take downstairs, and then the pet room will have all its pets. But I have to gather more things for the pet room picture. More dual drives, more at least one other printer, I would say. Anyway, this is loading, and you should, once this finishes loading, should be able to hear it, because I believe the SID chip in this one works fine. So things like this manual, oh look, the Christmas one. Now we'll see if it actually does the snow properly. Aha, I hear snow. I hear snow. We'll see if it does the snow. Look at that. The snow is falling as it's supposed to. See, that's another weird thing. Like, what else is wrong with that machine, that other 128? And the music will play. Anyway, things like this I'm going to put in this box. And it's not that I don't want to hear this. I do. But perhaps not that loud. Anyway, this box here has the 64 in it that I believe has interesting failures with the 6526. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And it has other things, which you've already looked at. So I think what I'm going to do for this moment is put some of the things in there that I don't really need and that I will pack away. Aha, now here's the dust cover. And it has some stuff. I'm going to take that downstairs and see about cleaning it off. Anyway, this is a start to getting tidied up here. But there's much more to do. And I have to find places to stack these for the moment and get rid of the damaged one. Actually, you know what? I can show you this again if you like. Oh yeah, it's a long way up. It's a long way up. And you will understand in a moment. I always, when I go to sit on this chair, I always want to make sure I really do have it, because it's a long way down. Anyway, here's the box. It's in rough shape, like rough word shape. So it's going. Um, who knows? I might see if there's anything I can save off of it. Like maybe I would cut it like here. Maybe I'll cut the Commodore logo off. Or this. Yeah, anyway, we'll see. We will see. But mostly, it's toast. And actually, it looks like it's been toasted. Just leave it. So, here is the Christmas demo from Commodore. Down below me is a pile of things I need to test, like cables and things and stuff and whatever. And you know what? Chances are, a bunch of them are going to end up put in a box that say "test later." It's funny because this I never knew. I remember when this first came out. It was introduced at a TPUG meeting at Leaside High School, and it was incredible. So here I have two cartridges. I have to remember to turn them over. There's Frogger. There's Cubert. I'm going to keep these out and accessible. And here's one of my diagnostic-y things. And I'll keep that handy. And here is my C64 diagnostic. I've got to get. Oh, it's happening again. The snow is falling properly. I've got to get the harness. Got to get the harness from RetroRewind.ca. I do. It will be lovely. It has 4 different things in here. Switches on the side. Reset switch. Reset switch. Beautiful. I don't want to drop this. And here's, of course, my Commodore 64 voltage tester. I don't know if I have any plugged in at this moment. This is for, oh, that's the lamp. No, I don't think I do. Because I have the 128 plugged in. Let me follow this cable. See if it goes to a power supply. And I don't believe it does. But anyway, we've seen this before. This was made, look, it even has a Commodore logo on the back. It was made for me by Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel, and it is dandy. Any power supplies now I can check, and if it's not good, and not good means there's nothing, or I mean good means it's too high. If it's too high, it will kill the machine. And of course, most people don't trust these power supplies. I am not that way. I like to test them, see what's wrong. Anyway, if it's really, really, off the scale, snip, snip, snip. Done. Never to be plugged in again. Anyway. So, is this room tidy? No. Is it better than it was? Yes. Some better. There is much more to go through and once again clear the decks here. And I do have another television set that has all kinds of accessories attached to it for testing things that I want to bring up here and put over there. But for that, I need to move some of these things that have accumulated. For example, what do we got here? Oh, there's a thing. There's a book. There's a manual. There is some fine adult entertainment. Sorry, it is not adult entertainment. It is entertainment for men. So they say. May of 1989. Oh, deep inside Geraldo. Yes, Geraldo. So they talk to Geraldo, and they have an interview with Susan Sarandon from 1989. That's a long time ago. Indeed. Indeed. There's always interesting things in these. People always say, oh, it's all about the So, the naked women. And of course, what happens when I open it up? Hang on, let me check something here. Is there anything on the back of this? Oh yeah, there is. Okay. I'll just glance down here and just see that yes, the centerfold is intact. But there's so much more. There's incredible things and jokes and cartoons and interviews, and of course now the ads are interesting because they're old. And here, what do we have here? Well, here's the Susan Sarandon interview. And it goes on for a while. Oh, here it is. And I loved the way they used to do this. I probably have said this before. It's the Playboy interview, Susan Sarandon, the candid conversation with the unconventional star of Atlantic City and Bull Durham about sexiness, commitment, and life on her terms. And what I really liked, and I don't know if they still do this because I have not seen any of these fine entertainment magazines for quite some time, but what I really loved is the way that they did this, and they had 3 pictures of the person who was to be interviewed, and they're all the same and yet different. Different poses, probably taken while they were interviewing. Who knows? Maybe they even videoed the interview so they knew. But I always just liked that. Because she's got one where she's adjusting her glasses, one where she's got her hands up, and one where she's leaning on her chin. Anyway, I'm not going to read this thing. But anyway, I got to move some of this stuff. Get these things cleared off. There's lots of discs to go through. What is this? April 1989. May 1989. Who is the interview this time? I don't know. I just don't know. I suppose if I go to the inside here, I can see there's usually somebody they interview. Oh, Playboy interview, the IRA, standard conversation. And of course, oh, see, it opens to pictures of, and funny people, people say, oh, it's all about nudity, it's all about nudity. You know what? There's not. There are people in here that are not wearing much, but generally, they're not nude. They're not. They may not have a shirt on. Like there's one here I'm looking at. She's got a cool hat, neat suspenders that don't manage to cover much of her, and ripped jeans. And it's classy. Anybody can just shoot somebody with nothing on. It is the accessories that make the man or the woman, as this may be. And every picture I'm looking at here, I think these are the ones of the Big East, they're wearing something. Maybe not much of something, but something. Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe this is the same person. Anyway, I need to clear the decks. And you know what? I've got a lot of discs in the last while because everything comes with more discs. But I can't look through them at the moment. By the way, this thing here that's playing now, if you look here, you can see Frosty is kind of walking and going like this. When I first saw this, I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. I was at the TPUG meeting probably in 1983 or 1984 at Christmas. It was hilarious. Anyway, but this has obviously been modified for the Commodore 128, which of course doesn't really show off the features of the Commodore 128, and it plays in 64 mode. But of course, 64 mode was an important part of the Commodore 128. And chances are, if it didn't have 64 mode in it, they wouldn't have sold a whole bunch of them. Probably not. Anyway, I think, because that is, oh, I guess we can watch the snow again, because the snow actually comes in properly. So, I have made some progress here, but I need to do a whole lot more to get this cleared so I can do more things. And who knows, I might end up doing some pet things up here because it is almost time for the family portrait. I have to gather more things, get that all done. I think I'm going to do an interview with T-Pug coming up in July. There we go. Okay, hold on. Behold the magic. I would press the reset switch, but at this moment, we're going off. Oh, 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 oh. There's that light. Where's that light? Anyway, and I do have to work on the lighting in here. So, I'm going to get this cleared. And here's, oh yeah, I have another set of glasses up here. Ooh. Also for reading. But they're kind of nerdy. They are. So, more tidying, more sorting, more figuring. Oh my. Funny as I look at this thing. First of all, I see a timer. This used to be something you'd have in a kitchen. This goes, it does 20 minutes, and the other one does like an hour. I guess you could warn yourself of what was wet. But in here, there's a bag. It's bad chips, and then there's bunches of stuff. There's screws, there's things, oh my, wait for it. Ah, the timer is off. Anyway, things that I've got to piece back together, and including something I got at this year's World of Commodore, and I still wish the colors in the color part were better. I adore my 64, because the original buttons, the color was better. It just was. I have one up on the thing here. I think I'm going to leave this one out. Anyway, lots to go through. Lots and lots and lots. Oh my. Anyway. And little by little, I will get it done. Because it is time to get to the pets and, get back here. Yes, I have too much stuff. Imagine. Let me just look here. Aha! The T-Pug magazine from January 1985. A little bit stressed on the cover. And Secrets in Software by Jim Butterfield. I don't know if I had anything in here. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because it doesn't really say in the directory. Hang on. Where were we? Yeah, I'm sure I was still involved. Oh yeah, this is when it was still 1912A Avenue Road, Suite number 1. It was. And it was good. Oh yeah. Was I on the? Yeah, I was on the. I think some people are still involved. For example, someone named John Easton, he's still involved. A lot of people are no more. Some people have died. Some people, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, I even had a CompuServe ID. And my mother was the assistant business manager of the Toronto Pet Users Group. Not that she knew much about computers, she didn't need to. She had to make sure the office ran, and it ran well. And after she left, or was removed, it never really ran well again. It did not. But that's a whole other story, and that's part of the history of. Ooh, here's something. Switching 1541 device numbers. Anyway, Yes. Debug magazine. And of course, what's here? The Commodore 64 Programmer's Reference Guide. Not as big as the Bible, but almost. And in the back, yes, a schematic of the Commodore 64. A beautiful thought, a beautiful idea. One of the best things Commodore did. And they screwed up a lot. They did. All right. That's it. That's all for now. I will sort. I will organize. I will tidy. See you again. Thanks so much for coming. Bye for now.